Jaguars, used car-wise, often have a stigma attached. This stigma of being a money pit while also having an interior that degrades quite quickly. Jaguars have some problems, but all cars have their own sets of problems. Jaguars aren't, however, a car that can have its oil changed with little other maintenance. All cars have certain things that you need to fix, and Jaguars will have all those other things happening at about the same mileage points. Your headlights will have to be done, your oxygen sensors will have to be replaced, eventually your catalytic converter will have to be replaced, and your thermostats as well. This Jaguar is one of the last true Jaguars made in 2006. They were made with a 294 horsepower, 4.2 liter V8 engine, and it shows. As per usual, the suspension is spectacular on this vehicle, being a slightly more sporty suspension than older models. The seats hug you comfortably out of any adjustments to make the ride in this sedan more than comfortable. The interior, as you can see, is made of a sleek circular design with wood trim in select locations. The car has more than a beautiful interior, however. It comes with a 6 CD changer, 2-sided temperature control, heated seats and steering wheel, and a surround sound Alpine sound system. If you bought it with a car phone option, you may also have Bluetooth connectivity. This is amazingly rare for a vehicle in 2006. With the devaluation of this car as well, you'd be looking at an affordable price too, with decent miles. And as of the making of this video, you can be buying one of these for about $6,000 to $9,000. Far cheaper option for people who want a beautiful performance vehicle. You do have to keep an eye on a couple problems though. Jaguars for a long time have had strange issues that let them sit for a long time. Ideally, you may have to get a whole new battery. Most Jaguars are very voltage sensitive, so if the car was not driven and sat for too long, the electrical issues you might have can easily be fixed with a new battery. You also have to take into account that this car will have grounding issues. The vehicle came with an aluminum body and frame, which was good, except for the fact that the ground wires caused issues with the studs they were attached to. Because of dissimilar metals, the wires would corrode the studs and cause them to break off in some cases. The ground points are clearly visible when you open the hood. It is a good idea to drill out and replace the studs, even if they look like they may be okay. This solves a whole lot of electronic gremlins. The thermostat on the engine is held within a plastic housing by plastic studs. The studs often break off at about 100,000 miles, letting the thermostat float loose. It's best for the budget just to replace the entire assembly. One more thing to watch is the air suspension. There is a conversion kit if you want, but as for usual, air suspensions, when they go, they can be expensive to fix, but they're not hard. Unlike traditional shocks, you don't have to compress any springs to fit them in, as air is used for that. There's another thing to keep in mind. These cars are not cars you can just have other people work on. A Jaguar requires personalized love. You have to work on most of the problems that might arise, unlike other cars, which are pretty cheap to get somebody else to work on. Another common issue you may have, that I haven't had to deal with yet, is the headliner falling down. All Jaguars have this issue. Just plan on replacing it. The Alpine speakers in the door will fail. The reason is not the design of the speaker, but the moisture in the doors. It corrodes the copper wires. They go from connector to the speaker cone. They can be jumped and repaired. If you buy speakers from a junkyard, you will need to repair them. No old speakers are immune. The mass airflow sensor will go and will need to be replaced. Also the auxiliary heater water pump. Both are easy to do and are inexpensive. Coils will fail around 100,000 miles. Just replace them. You'll need to do this one time in the life of the car. Another note is that Jaguars like to be warmed up. If you take off immediately after starting the engine on a cold day, it will give you a bunch of warning lights. Just be patient. In conclusion, a Jaguar is not a poorly bred workhorse, but is a finely tuned hunter. It likes to be driven and it likes to be worked on and loved. They have minor issues, but said issues are minor. And while they pile up over time, if you're willing to do your own work, taking care of a beautiful car, This vehicle can serve you reliably for years, and nothing drives quite like a Jaguar. You won't understand till you own one. To be honest, they're amazing.